time for Shots and Ladders, your home for gambling, drinking, and degeneracy. My name's Colson Dobson. That's Connor Franklin. And we are about to break down every single game for Week 12 of the NFL season. Let's start with Thursday night. Last night, your Pittsburgh Steelers played against the Cleveland Browns. What a game that was. They're calling it the Snow Globe game.
It turned into a snow game out of kind of nowhere.
It was funny when you're watching, we're watching in the third quarter. I was pretty drunk, but we're watching in the third quarter, and it's just this snow game, and then they're showing clips from, the first half, and there's no snow, and it's dry, and it's just like, that's the same
It was lightly
game.
drizzling. Lightly drizzling in the first quarter. And the Steelers came out so slow on that game. I had bad feelings about it since the game kicked off. I know we had a conversation about it way before the game started, and I said, hey, this is one of those ones that I could see the Steelers dropping. We came out last week, beat a very, very good Ravens team, and then had to come out and play a dog shit team. In the history of me being a Steelers fan, that's the one that we always lose between those two, especially on a short week. Didn't have a ton of time to prepare. We're all playoff. I mean, it was pretty much a playoff game between the Steelers and the Ravens. Like, every game that we play against them feels like playoffs. And we were hungover from it, you know?
Yeah.
There was a lot of hype, a lot of energy. That's why for the last however many years, every time we win a playoff game, we lose the next one. Like, we don't go on runs. That's why Big Ben only had two Super Bowl wins in his career. Two Super Bowl wins in his career.
Yeah.
It's because we would get to it, we would win the first game, and then lose the second. We don't go on runs against good teams. And this was one of them. I will say the officiating in this game was piss poor.
Yeah.
I was getting pretty heated.
We were getting kind of upset last
because
night.
it was every big play, and you know how sometimes, like, when you're playing when the Chiefs are playing, the refs will even comment on it if it's a no call. They're like, "Oh yeah, look, they missed that call." But this one, it was like they're showing a replay. Yeah, the commentators. The commentators were watching this big play. The couple ones that come to mind were on the same drive. It was the Browns' touchdown drive that ended with a Jameis rushing touchdown. So the first one was the big play. It was like a 20-some yard pass to the third string tight end.
Yeah.
Had a ton of separation. Why? Well, they show it on the replay. As the guy's turning, the tight end goes, puts his hand right here on our Steelers guy, full extension arm, shoves him down to the ground, then turns and makes it. So, yeah, no wonder you have a ton of room. Offensive pass interference, the dude's looking for the ball, and you shove him.
Yeah.
That's offensive pass interference 100 times out of 100 if the refs see it and call it. Didn't call it, gave the Browns a huge play, gave them momentum. Okay, perfect. Get down to the end zone. We're there. We stopped them 2 plays in a row. It's third down. We're going. I watch Nate Herbig, who had a fucking game. Nate Herbig has been playing out of his fucking mind.
He's a dog.
Came around the left tackle, beat the piss out of him. Beat him. Direct line to Jameis. As he's almost to Jameis, the left tackle comes, puts his arm up underneath the dude's arm, grabs him by the shoulder, and pulls Herbig down. You watch Herbig as he's going for Jameis. He gets yanked this way to the ground. Don't call it holding. He still almost hit Jameis. And I think his hand hit Jameis's back, and that was Jameis's, hey, I got to fucking go for this. Like, the pocket's collapsing. Then Jameis runs it in, and everyone's like, oh, my God, what a good play. What a missed call. Yeah. That would have been a fourth down play after losing 10 yards.
Right.
So there was a lot of stuff. The Steelers' 2-point conversion, you guys can say that wasn't catchable all you want. That was a bad camera angle. That ball was right there. The dude grabs Cordero Patterson's shoulder pads and holds him to the ground so he can't jump up and try to catch a ball.
Yeah.
Like, those are the 3 big ones for me. Where, yes, the Steelers made a lot of mistakes. We did a lot of things that we should have done. Taking the penalty on that last Browns drive was a terrible decision. I don't know why Tomlin did it. We had him in a fourth down. They were going to go for it. You stop that and you win the game. They weren't kicking a field goal because of the snow. It was a 40-yard field goal. You have 1 play to stop them. Instead, you give them 2 plays to get it. And then Jerry Jeudy just beat Joey Porter. Joey Porter's been good all year, but this was his first snow game.
He has been good.
It was a tough loss. It was a tough divisional loss. It would have been a great one to win. I don't feel as bad about losing it as I did yesterday. I was pretty upset yesterday.
That's what Tone Diggs said. He's like, slept on it. He tweeted this morning, slept on it. We're 8-3. Like, no big deal.
Yeah, we're 8-3. We're still the number one team in the AFC North.
Yeah.
I was watching a podcast that I watched the other day, and they were listing the teams that they genuinely thought could win the Super Bowl. Not make it to the Super Bowl, but win the Super Bowl. Steelers were one of the 6 teams that they listed.
Damn. Like, where were the Cardinals on their list?
Surprisingly, not ranked. They didn't have them. They did not have them. They had 3 AFC teams and 3 NFC teams.
No one
hear the
would.
AFC teams? Chiefs, Bills, Steelers. They did not list the Ravens.
What?
Did not list the Ravens because they said that the Chiefs and the Bills have the offenses to keep up with the Ravens. The Steelers have the defense to shut them down. They said if there's any 3 teams that are going to be able to beat those, it's those 3. Those are the 3 teams from the AFC. From the NFC, they listed Eagles,
Lions,
and Niners. They still have the Niners in there. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I was like, would I be absolutely shocked if the Niners came out and somehow still won? No.
No, but
because they've been hurt this entire year.
There's a good chance the Niners don't even make the playoffs. Like that is becoming a legitimate, especially now this week. They're losing to the Packers. They don't have Brock Purdy like there's a good chance. They're definitely not winning the NFC West unless we lose to the Seahawks, which I guess is possible, and we keep it close. But there's a chance.
Seahawks are fighters. Yeah, the NFC West and the NFC South are both kind of like, all right, like it was just going to be the last person still fighting because it feels like everyone's still in it, but no one's going to make a deep run in the playoffs.
No.
And it's like you already know the teams that are going to be in the NFC Championship. So, but yeah, that was a rough loss last night. Hurts, but we live on.
It's a snow game, and you guys are favorites.
Russ missing Pickens wide open in the end zone hurt so bad. We still scored the touchdown, but fuck, that would have been good for fantasy.
Yeah,
needed that so bad.
You guys were favorites on the road against a division opponent on a Thursday night. It was all just stacked up against.
Yeah,
like, there was no
everything
Steelers
lined up. Steelers lost. So
yeah,
I'm not as beat up as I could be about it.
Yeah, good.
We beat the Ravens 2 weeks ago. That's like lit. I can set my hat on that. Bengals have not looked great. The Bengals missing the playoffs is another one that's
hilarious.
That conversation is starting to heat up. But all right, getting into the games. Let's talk about. I mean, I think at this point, unarguably, the best team in football right now.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions.
Crazy to say.
Going into Indianapolis. Lions are 7.5-point favorites.
I like the Lions to cover the spread here. The Colts are so dysfunctional. Now you've got Zaire Franklin and their other good defensive player on their podcast.
I saw that on the Pat show.
Yeah,
they were lighting it up, and McAfee was like, "Well, I mean, I hope I give you some motivation here. You guys suck.
Yeah, you haven't
like,
won in 10
figure out your own things before you come at someone else.
You haven't won the AFC South in 10 years.
That's ridiculous. I didn't know it had been that long, but it was since
crazy.
since Luck.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Lions here.
I am also gonna go with the Lions to cover the spread. So the Lions are gonna be my new Chiefs right now. Where every week this year, I was picking Chiefs money line because until they proved to me that they couldn't win a game, I'm going to keep betting on them. Until the Lions prove to me that they can't cover a spread, I'm going to bet that spread.
Yeah.
They have the potential to beat any team in the NFL by 30 points, which is nuts. I've never seen an offense like they have. So, over under 50.5. Out of respect for the Colts, I'm actually going to take the over. Because I think the Lions are going to score their share of that 25 easily. But I think the Colts, Anthony Richardson kind of played with fire under his ass last week after getting benched for Flacco for a little bit. And I think he was probably enjoying it a little bit too much that Flacco came in and was just doo-doo.
Dog shit.
Yeah. Bet Browns still wish they didn't let him go.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me the over at 50.5.
I'll take that as well. Let's go in Carolina. The Panthers are hosting the Chiefs. Panthers are 10.5-point dogs. I think the Chiefs win close games. Like, even if it's the Panthers have been on a little bit of a run. Bryce Young has been playing really, really good. They're starting to figure it out. It's crazy. We were saying at the beginning of the year, Panthers might not win a game, and then we were also saying the Panthers after they won one, it was like, yeah, they won their only game of the year, and now they're not even mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
They could.
But-
I think mathematically they could still win their division,
Yeah,
which is because what is their record? So they are currently 3-7. They are 2.5 games behind the Falcons for
Yeah.
the lead in that division.
They
This
could-
division, look how bad this is. Falcons 6-5, Buccaneers 4-6, Saints 4-7, Panthers 3-7.
yeah, that's crazy.
That's nasty.
Panthers can, yeah, but I think they cover the spread. I don't think they're going to win, but I'll take them to cover. I think it would be awesome if they did win. That'd be great.
I would be very excited if they did. Somehow I've turned into a giant Panthers fan.
Yeah, I don't know.
And yeah, Bryce Young's looked amazing. He's not really unsung, but the hero of this offense though is fucking Chuba Hubbard.
He's
The
been
dude has turned it around.
unbelievable.
I was
Yeah.
not a Chuba believer coming into this year. I had so many availability options to take him in fantasy, and every time I was like, "Oh, terrible running back on a terrible team, no, thank you." And he's made me regret it, and I'll give credit where credit's due. That dude is carrying that offense.
He's looking really good.
Yeah. Over under is 43. Kind of low. I'm gonna
think
smash
it's
that over.
Stinky. I'm staying away from that.
Okay.
Let's go. Giants are hosting the Bucks. Giants are starting Tommy DeVito. They released Daniel Jones. Bucks with Baker Mayfield win this game by 20 points.
Mike Evans is back as well.
Give
Mike
me the
Evans is back.
In Pick'ems, I actually picked the Giants, which I didn't know Mike Evans was back, and I'm now regretting taking the Giants. But
So, quarterback change. Daniel
Mm-hmm.
Jones benched and then cut back to back. Tommy DeVito. Number one, I'm excited for him. I like Tommy DeVito a lot.
yeah,
Is there something that I don't remember hearing about a Drew Lock injury?
no, Drew
And
Lock
why he's not the
he
starter.
they just picked Tommy DeVito over
Okay.
Drew Lock.
I think that's nuts because Drew Lock over the last couple of years in Seattle, anytime he would come in for Geno, looked like a serviceable replacement. I thought when I heard Daniel Jones was getting released, I thought it was going to be 100% Drew Lock.
Yeah,
Here's the thing: it's pretty hard to look super bad in practice, right? You don't have a ton of guys in your face. So when I hear that Drew Lock is not the starter after Drew Lock in his last games looked good.
yeah.
In practice, I'm sure he looked good. If Danny DeVito, who looked Tommy DeVito, looked very Danny DeVito. Fuck. Tommy DeVito, who looked very bad in his last games,
Yeah,
is a starter. You know what that tells me?
he's looked great.
That dude's a dog.
Yeah, he's looked great.
Tommy DeVito and this Giants team are going to come out. Not only are they going to cover the spread, Tommy DeVito and these Giants are going to win this fucking game. The Buccaneers are 1-5 over their last 6 games. What makes you think that they have anything in them to be able to cover a 6-point spread, number one? Number two, they haven't even proved they can win a game. Give me the Giants +6 as one of my favorites of the week.
All right, love it.
Over under 41.
Over.
Fuck. I don't like that at all. I don't like that over under at all.
I'm taking the over.
I'm gonna take the
hammer the over.
Yeah, I'll take the over. Okay, next up, you got Dallas Cowboys going into Washington. Man, Commanders 10.5-point favorites against the Dallas Cowboys in the middle of an NFL season. Crazy season we've had.
It's a division matchup, but still
give me Commanders.
Give me the Commanders
by
yeah.
like 40.
Yeah.
It's-
The
like,
Cowboys
it's-
are dog shit, dude. They might have Daniel Jones starting as their quarterback
I
this week.
saw that. Did they sign him? No.
They got to let him clear waivers because once he's got to clear waivers, otherwise you have to pick up his contract. So he's going to clear waivers, and then
Dude,
he'll get picked up
funny.
either by the Cowboys or the Raiders or
That would be the
insert
funniest shit
other
ever.
team that needs a quarterback.
Because funnier than that, next week on Thanksgiving, Cowboys play the Giants. So if the Cowboys sign him, Daniel Jones could be starting for the Dallas Cowboys against the New York Giants on Thanksgiving, and we have to watch that on our fucking television.
And it's prime time basically because it's the only
Every
game
game's
on.
prime. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
That would be really fun. Cowboys. Zach Martin is out.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a quarterback, so they've had to try to rely on their run game. Their run game has not been good.
Right.
Your run game minus the best offensive guard in the NFL in the last 20 years. Not good. Cowboys are going to get boat raced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Commanders by 1 million. Over under
Cowboys
45 and a
stink.
half.
I'm staying away from that one.
I'm going to take the under on that one. I think this Commanders defense has been very good recently. And I think this is going to turn into a Brian Robinson game. I don't think Jane Daniels has not looked great. Bo Nix is picking up a lot of steam for this offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah,
bid.
he is, huh?
And if he's not looking great, they're going to rely heavy on their run. I think we're getting heavy doses of Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler, and Jeremy McNichols.
Hey, let's take a shot.
Let's do it. We need one. We need a Boise State shout out at some point here.
We do.
Next up, though, we're going to have another divisional game. A lot of divisional games this week. I love it. Divisional games just fight harder than anything else.
Ton of divisional games.
You got Tennessee Titans. All right, let's take a shot first.
Cheers. To Jeremy McNichols,
McNichols.
Boise State legend.
Okay, you got the Tennessee Titans going into Houston. Texans are 8-point favorites.
Okay.
Will Levis has been looking better.
Feels like a lot for a division game. And Will Levis has been looking better. And Texans, honestly, have been a little bit underwhelming, I think.
They have, and the Titans have been good. The best part about the Titans has been their defense. They have two really good players on that defense. Jeffrey Simmons up the middle, one of the best D tackles in the NFL. D lineman, he moves around. And then L'Jarius Sneed came over from the Chiefs this year.
Yeah.
L'Jarius Sneed has been a fucking lockdown corner. I will pound the table for him. He's been a top 3 corner in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
He's out.
Oh!
He's out. I don't like that. Spoiler alert, in my player props, I'm taking Nico's over because of him being out, because he's been that good. I don't like the spread, but I'm taking Texans -8.
Are you? I'm taking the Titans.
You're taking the Titans, okay?
It's a divisional matchup, and
Divisional
every
matchups are
divisional
hard.
matchup all year they've all been close.
Yeah.
And I know I just picked the Commanders -10.5, which is against that, but the
That's
Cowboys
different. Cowboys
Cowboys
isn't that
fucking
bad.
stink. Yeah. All right. I got the Titans. You got the Texans. What's the over under?
40.5.
I'll take the over.
I'm also taking the over.
Okay.
Next up, another divisional game. Another one with a high spread. We got the Patriots. 7.5-point dogs to the Miami Dolphins. Tua is back. Tyreek is cooking. Devon Achane has been doing great things. But on the other side, Drake May's not looking bad. Drake May's been kind of looking nice.
No, he is good. And the Patriots have a stout defense. I just think the Dolphins are on a run now. Like, the Dolphins are just going to win out and make the playoffs. They found their shit. Mike McDaniel talking shit to Max Crosby in the middle of a game is unbelievable.
I love it. He's my
love
favorite
that.
NFL
Yeah,
coach. I fucking love Mike
Besides
McDaniel.
Gannon, yeah.
I love McDaniels. 7.5 points, a lot. The Patriots defense has been pretty good. They've got some corners that could potentially shut down this Dolphins team.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Patriots to cover.
Me too.
You are too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they lose the game, but they're going to lose by 3, 4.
Over under 46.5. One of my favorite bets of the week is that under. That's too high. Too high for a team with a good defense. 2 teams with good defenses.
Yeah. Okay. Another divisional matchup.
You want over under on that one, or are you staying away?
I'll go under.
Under?
I'm
Okay.
with you on that. Another divisional matchup. We have the Bears hosting the Vikings. Bears are only 3.5-point dogs. That to me screams trap game because I feel like the Vikings should be favored by 1 million, but the Vikings have been on a bit of a schneid
They have
lately.
not looked good.
Yeah,
The Vikings, Sam Darnold's kind of returned to the mid-level quarterback we thought
the
he was
Jets,
at the
Sam
start.
Darnold.
Yeah. I wouldn't say Jet. I would say like Panthers Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Because Jets Sam Darnold was
Dog water.
Daniel Jones level, where like he should be cut. Panthers Sam Darnold and Niners Sam Darnold didn't look bad.
Yeah.
He's looked better this year. I would say this is the best he's looked, even
Mhm.
in the last couple of weeks, than he did on either of those teams. But they've kind of returned. The Bears are a top 3 team against the pass this year. Surprisingly, Tyreek Stevenson is back after serving a 1-game suspension for his shenanigans against the Commanders.
Yeah.
Celebrating on the Hail Mary and then tipping it right to Noah Brown.
He had got a suspension.
He got a 1-game suspension. The team suspended him. He did not play last week.
Good for
He's
him.
back with a fire. The Bears are coming off an absolute heartbreak field goal block loss to the Packers.
Oh, you're convincing me.
I'm taking the Bears plus 3.5 here.
You got me. Made me waffle so hard there. Give me the Bears as
Okay.
well.
Over under 39.5.
That's low.
That's
Give me
low.
the over. But
Give me the under.
I hate it, but
Give me the under. Anytime there's a low spread, it makes me think that the team or the NFL or Vegas thinks it's gonna
figure
be
it out,
dude. I'm fucking trying. I'm sorry, I'm failing. Next up, another divisional Broncos 6-point favorites versus the Raiders. If this was 17, I would take the Broncos.
Another divisional matchup. Wow.
Ton of them. I guess we can talk about it a little bit. Raiders, Alexander Madison and Zamir White are both doubtful. Looks like Amir Abdullah might be starting. It's not great. Brock Bowers is about the only good thing on this entire Raiders team right now. Him and Max Crosby. You take the two of them out, they don't have an NFL starter caliber player.
Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
Broncos are good too. Give me the Broncos. I know.
I would love if the Raiders could win this game. I would be happy as a clam because I do not like the Broncos succeeding. But
This next one's what's the over under on that one? Sorry.
41.5.
I like the under.
I as well like the under.
Niners Packers. Packers are hosting the Niners in Lambeau. It's gonna be cold as fuck. Niners don't have Brock Purdy. They don't have Nick Bosa. They probably don't have Trent Williams. They do have Christian McCaffrey, who is averaging less yards per carry than Jordan Mason has been.
I have more than just a spread prediction here for you. I have an exact score prediction.
Okay.
Let me ask you, do you know who Oz the Mentalist is?
Yeah, of course.
So, during the NFL draft, back in April 2024, Oz the Mentalist went on the Pat McAfee show during their coverage
yeah, he did.
and asked, what is going to be the game of the year? The guy said it's going to be Niners, Packers, week 12. And he had, Oz the Mentalist had him write, or say a score, and he wrote it down earlier and stuck it in an envelope. When they went through and announced the score, or what the guy thought the score was going to be, Oz pulls out, yep, that's exactly what I thought it was going to be. How crazy would it be if that game ended the exact way?
That would be unbelievable. What did he say?
Green Bay Packers beat the San Francisco 49ers 34-27, which is a 7-point win. So give me the Packers.
Okay.
And that makes the over-under 61. So give me the over. I'm following. Until Oz the Mentalist proves me wrong on something.
What is the over-under?
44. So much lower than he predicted.
Yeah, Oz is a time
hits.
traveler.
He
I mean,
fucking hits.
He does.
So if he's hitting on this, who am I? A lowly Idaho guy.
Mm-hmm.
To tell Oz the Mentalist he's wrong until he proves me that he's
Nah,
wrong.
can't do it. I love that. Good for you. I like that. I'm glad you pulled that.
Thank you.
I remember watching that and thinking like, damn, I can't wait to see what happens that game. And now we got it here. 34-27 Packers.
I've had it marked down. What are you taking?
Well, yeah.
Are you following too?
Oz, yeah.
I have
Give
to.
me Oz.
I think you can go on. I don't know if it's on DraftKings, but you can predict like actual scores. I might put some money on that.
Yeah, I mean, the guy is unbelievable. He
He's
picked the first 13 picks of the draft, which one he picked
so many.
Michael Penix.
Michael
yeah.
Penix, Brock Bauer to the Raiders, no one saw coming. Penix
Yeah.
to the Falcons, no one saw coming. Everything else was like, okay, yeah, you can kind of see
Yeah,
it. Those two though were like out of the fucking
and
blue.
he even put like random team. He didn't put Falcons pick.
Yeah,
He was like random team. He's like, I don't know who was gonna be, but I knew Penix was gonna go here. Like he's unbelievable.
The dude's
Crazy.
nuts. So yeah, 34-27. Lock it in as the exact score of that game. Next
Okay.
up, you want to give him a tap?
Yeah, let's
Tap him for good luck. They need all the luck they can in this game. This is a divisional game.
you know.
Hey, divisional games. You know.
This is where the Cardinals. We are already in the national media discussion. People are finally starting to recognize it. Cardinals are starting to make people's top 10 power rankings. People say the Cardinals defense sucks because the Cardinals defense doesn't have a big name on it. Yet. Kaiser White, gonna be a big name. Mac Wilson Sr., gonna be a big name. Buda Baker, big name.
Gardeck's out, right?
What?
Is Gardeck still out?
Gardeck's out, yeah. Max Melton, gonna be a big name. Like, we are... Dude, the way... We haven't given up a touchdown in 3 fucking weeks. Like, the way the Cardinals have been playing is so fun, so exciting, so great to watch. Our defense is dominant. Our offense is unbelievable. Kyler Murray's been playing out of his mind. He fucking signed a deal with Call of Duty, which is the most hilarious thing ever. He's just like
hilarious.
Yeah,
He's
all
like,
you
fuck
hate
what you guys say about this.
all your jokes got me a bag. I love it. I love everything about this team. It's like it's almost like I almost said retarded, but it's like stupid. Like I feel like a Packers fan or like a Lions fan or a Vikings fan. Just like, oh my God, like we're actually a good team. Like we are actually solid. We're actually winning the NFC West. Like we're actually doing what I say we are going to do, what I am blindly optimistic about and talk so much shit about and usually every year get dunked on by everybody because we win 4 games. Like we're actually doing it. It's stupid. I love it. And Seahawks have had Kyler's number, but we beat the Seahawks with backup quarterbacks over the last few years. We beat them with Josh Dobbs. We beat them with Colt McCoy. Like we beat the Seahawks. We're just gonna beat the Seahawks. Like I'm not worried about it. I went to the Seahawks Cardinals game in 2022 in Seattle, where Colt McCoy and James Conner just beat the shit out of the Seahawks. And that's what's going to happen again. It's not going to be Colt McCoy. It's going to be Kyler Murray. But James Conner is going to beat the shit out of the Seahawks. I'll take him to score a touchdown any day of the week. I don't see us losing.
Give me Seahawks -1.
That's a dumb bet.
Reason for it.
You're going to spit some logical stuff that makes sense.
No, it's not logical. It's so NFL standings tracker. That's how my brain works because the NFL wants ratings, right? The entire year, not the entire year, for the last like 4 or 5 weeks since the Niners have been bad, everyone's talking about how the NFC West is going to come down to the very last second.
Yeah.
Every team's in it. Every team's fighting. If the Cardinals win this game, they have a 2-game lead on potentially the entire
because
NFL.
So the Rams are going to lose.
So if Cardinals go to 7-4, that means Seahawks are 5-6. If the Rams lose to the Eagles, they're 5-6. And then if the Niners lose to the Packers, they're 5-6. That's a 2-game lead on everything.
Yeah.
I don't think the NFL wants that. I don't think Vegas wants that.
The league is not scripted. It's not scripted.
Say that how you will.
Do you know that?
I do know that. I do know that. But part of me doesn't. And part of me thinks that the NFL wants this division to be 6-5, 6-5, 5-6, 5-6. All 4 teams are in it. All 4 teams are scrappy. All 4 teams have a chance every week. Do I still think the Cardinals are going to win this division? Yes. Do I think they lose this game? Yes.
What's the over-under?
47.5. I don't want to hear it. You pick against my team every fucking week.
Well, of course I do. They're the fucking Steelers.
Yeah, and I pick your team every week, so the one week I don't, you're going to shit on me?
Dude,
Go suck a cock.
they're
All right,
the
47
Steelers.
and a half is the over-under here.
You're
What do we
practically
got?
a Cowboys fan. You're practically a Packers fan. Like I'm. Yeah.
Don't ever call me a Cowboys fan.
You're a Patriots fan.
Dude,
You're a Patriots fan.
that's okay. Don't ever call me a Cowboys fan. That's fine words.
Right
That's fine
there.
words.
You're right there being a Steelers fan.
You're
I'm-
right.
I root for the Cardinals.
I'm sorry that you can't separate
Day
your
in, day
best
out.
friend from an entire fan base.
I can't.
I do. Because the Cardinals have been dog shit for so long, and I still root for them for you. My apologies. Over under 47 and a half. How you feeling about it?
Give me the over.
Give me the under. Next up, Sunday Night Football. You got the Philadelphia Eagles in
Beating
LA.
the shit out of the Rams.
I as well agree. This spread should be so much higher than 2.5. I have no idea why that's 2.5.
Yeah.
Rams have been playing good. I mean, Stafford has been back with Puka,
Yeah.
back with Kupp. They've got a good offense. The problem is their defense couldn't stop a fucking running nose. Like
Yeah.
that defense is so bad. They're putting up stats just because they've been on the field for so much because their offense will either score or punt very quick. It's
Yeah.
either a quick touchdown or a quick punt every single play. Eagles are going to absolutely run the field on them. 2.5. Over under is 49.
Give me the under there.
Actually, give me the over on that one.
Okay.
And then Monday Night Football.
Chargers Ravens.
The
I like
Harbaugh Bowl.
the Hard Bowl. Give me the
Harbaugh.
Ravens to win that one. I like the Chargers. I like what they're doing. I think they're a good football team, but I really would be sad if the Ravens lost 2 weeks in a row.
I would be
bad
very
for the
sad as
program.
well. So I'm going to take the Ravens. Coming off of a loss to the Steelers, I think that they're going to have some fire under them. What I will say, and this is the reason that I don't... Janie herself, diehard Ravens fan,
Yeah.
should not be that upset if the Chargers win this.
No, the Chargers are good.
You know why? In the NFL right now, so the Chiefs are 9-1. Chargers are a game and a half behind. Or 2 games behind. They're 7-3. If somehow the Panthers could pull off a miracle upset and the Chargers win this game, Chargers are only 1 game behind. We could potentially see an NFL playoffs where the Chiefs don't have home field advantage for a single game in the NFL.
Well, they did that last year, and they won the Super Bowl.
No, they won the division.
The Chiefs didn't have home field advantage last year.
Not in the AFC conference, but they had it for the first 2 games.
Did they?
Who beat them in the division? Division winners get it. The Raiders didn't beat them. The Broncos didn't beat them. The Chargers didn't beat them.
Yeah, you're
No,
right.
Chiefs
Okay.
won. Chiefs
You're
had
right.
home field advantage. When the Chiefs are at home in the playoffs,
They had
they're
the
a different
home
team.
field for the first game, and then they went.
I think they had it for the first 2.
I
Here,
don't
hold
think
up.
so.
NFL playoffs 2023. Okay, give me a second here. Let's see here. So this is... Oh, so they had it for the first round. They had it for
That's
the
what
wild
yeah.
card. Second round, they had to go into Buffalo, and they beat
Yeah.
them last second.
That's right.
But the Chiefs not having a single playoff game at home could be huge for the entire NFL. So if the Chargers win this, I'm going to be very happy for 2 reasons. I mean, obviously, I want the Steelers to have a home game in the playoffs, so I'm rooting for the Chargers.
Yeah.
I'm still going to take the Ravens, though. I don't really foresee a future where the Ravens lose this. Over under 51. This is going to be a 68-point game.
Give me the under.
Really?
Yep.
I feel like that's crazy. The Chargers defense has been so good. The Ravens are the worst defense in the NFL against the pass, and they have an offense that can just blow out anybody.
It's the Harbaugh Bowl. I think it's going to be a grit and jam. It's going to be a nasty football game. I just don't think it's going to go over.
Oh, I could see that. Harbaugh Bowl.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, J.K. Dobbins,
Yeah, those guys
revenge
running
game.
all over.
Gus Edwards, revenge game.
Greg Roman revenge game. Yeah. That's where my head's at.
Actually, give me the under. Yeah, I love that.
Glad I got you to
Love
waffle.
that. Love that. I don't usually waffle. You
don't
I don't usually. Usually, I'm even if I'm wrong, I'm very opinionated. That's
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I've done that much this year.
That does it for our Sunday Week 12 of the NFL football season picks. Every single game with the spread. Our next segment, we are going to be building our ladder parlay, and we're going to be doing Connor's player prop parlay. He's been running a bit cold as of late. A bit of a schneid.
So many weeks.
Losing by one leg here, one leg there. He's going to hit it this time. Can't wait to hear what his picks are. Can't wait to build our ladder parlay because we need to win a big one. But that does it for segment 2 of Shots and Ladders, Week 12 of the NFL season. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Goodbye.